My name's Dmitri. You may remember me from ASMR content from many years ago. Well, that's what I remember. That was a long time ago. So here I am. I'm still here. The world has changed a lot. I've changed a lot. YouTube changed a lot. The ASMR content has changed a lot. But one thing that has not changed is ASMR in itself and the intent to create situations that can help you. Now, I want to really create some new stuff, and I'm here to let you know that I'm currently in the process. So for me, I've gone through quite a number of changes over the last few years, and the reasons for my absence are pretty much private and I'll keep to myself. But I'm sure over time, certain people will probably figure out the general situation that can commonly arise in life. But I'm here. And I'm moving forward. What else is there to say? The old Dmitri is... I don't know. Don't know where he is. But there was something there that ain't there no more. Dimitri's moved on to a different Dmitri. As you grow up, especially when you get to my age, you know, when you're young, you think you know things, but as you get older, you start to find yourself in situations, and I've spoke about situations before, and I always spoke about trying to get out of those situations, but sometimes you get stuck in them like quicksand. That just sucks you deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm sure a lot of people can understand being stuck in a situation and it's like you're in quicksand and can't get out. And no matter who reaches out with a stick to help you, for some reason, sorry about the noise, for some reason, you choose not to hold on to that stick and you choose to stay in the quicksand. I'm just going to pause it for a second. Quicksand. For some reason, well, there was a reason, but I chose to stay in the quicksand, even though things are just, sometimes they're just not very good. But quicksand is long gone. No more quicksands. And so I'm moving on with life. And a big part of my life, which I think about every single day, is ASMR and you. And I really want to find a way to help people. And I don't think ASMR is enough, but ASMR will do for now. So anyway, one of the things that caused me a lot of grief was back pain. Now, as you get older, sometimes you neglect your body, which is something that I did. And if your mind is still stuck in that quicksand, you'll never be able to solve problems. So after getting out of the quicksand, or as I was getting out of the quicksand, I really focused on trying to fix literally having like a broken back. And it was all self-inflicted. No accidents. It was just neglect. Over time, I gained weight. When I first started the YouTube, I looked back at some of those pictures. I was skinny. I ain't skinny no more. So one of the things that I found for me was trying to drop weight. Obviously, if you're walking around carrying a 45-pound plate, it's going to take its toll. So that is a story in itself, overcoming the back pain. But if you have a look down here, you'll see me lifting. And this is what I've been working towards very hard, is just a massive change to looking after myself and not neglecting my body and my mind. So here I am. What are the things that Dmitri has been doing? Well, with the COVID thing and being in Australia, it's been pretty good actually. In Australia, we're like so far away from everything that there's literally no way to get to our country except by plane. And so the country started intercepting all international tourists and forcing them into a quarantine, and then locking down the country where there was outbreaks of the COVID, and they've been able to contact trace and test everybody and find it and stop it from spreading. There's been a few outbreaks, but they've been able to get on top of them. So for that, I'm grateful. And so life for us has gone back to normal. Like today, we were allowed to walk around publicly without face masks. We were asked to wear face masks because there was a small outbreak in my area. But it's all gone back to normal. So, that's massive. The COVID thing around the world is just hard for me to comprehend being in Australia. At the start of last year, it was full lockdown. But that slowly was lifted in the area I live in. So, what else has Dmitri been doing? He has been trying to go camping, travelling around Australia. And I've been doing a lot of travelling around Australia now that there's no travelling around the world. So, done Fraser Island 5 times, largest sand isle in the world. I've been travelling, went to a place called the Whitsundays, which is a part of the Great Barrier Reef, and myself and my son went sailing around the Whitsundays, which is one of those special things. We went snorkeling, but those pictures you see in the Great Barrier Reef, those magical, colourful pictures, it's not all like that, and so I haven't quite found that yet. But I have another trip planned, which I will be trying to find that BBC David Attenborough Great Barrier Reef experience, where you see all of the beautiful coral and stuff like that. So at the middle of the year, I got a big trip planned, which is going to go right to the tip of the state where I live in and drive back. So it's all driving and camping. Before the COVID, I did a trip to China. That was rather interesting. It was a very eye-opening experience, and I should do a video just on that. I got lots of photos I can show. What else? Four-wheel driving, camping. That's about my recreation. Going to gym, work, family, That's it. Just trying to survive. But here I am, making some content again. So now that I've set up in this new location, I'm using these mics, which are the Rode NT1s, because they don't pick up much noise, whereas the other longer mics that I had, they picked up all the noise. And so at the moment I'm just going to use these mics. Hope that they sound okay. And I'm going to try and get back on the road and see if I can get to the turn off. Not the turn off, but more like the landmark that says I've got 1 million subscribers. I think I got like almost 900,000. I think it's time that I started getting some content back onto YouTube and see if we can find a few more subscribers and see if I can create content to make ASMR again.